on a mission exposing every bad landlord in the world, and this one is my wildest one yet. Today I'm back to show you these guys. They're part of Lexington Property Group, which is based in New Jersey, where they own this property, Harbor Point Gardens in Troy, New York. If you're just tuning in, Harbor Point's the complex that became so neglected by Lexington Property Group that over 130 residents and their pets were evacuated and displaced from their homes without any legal due process. These guys said they were going to provide displaced tenants with housing, so they put them up in a budget hotel before they did this to the tenants.
The landlord is demanding that these folks who have been thrown out of their apartments still pay the rent. That should piss people off.
And as evil as that sounds, it gets even crazier once you start peeling back the layers. You see, this game's got players that are arguably worse than the landlords. The small town politicians who are protecting these out-of-state landlords for profit over their people. And right now, I'm going to start exposing those politicians. So let's start at the top with Troy Mayor Patrick Madden. This guy's a landlord himself who ran the organization TRIP, which is a shady housing organization that's one of the biggest landlords in Troy and also a smokescreen for its private investors. After his career at TRIP, Madden then became Troy Mayor and has been operating the city without a code enforcement director for the past 8 years. Instead, Mayor Madden's code enforcement is run by this person, Troy Code Enforcement Officer Dave Sheeran. He's another key player in this small town conspiracy. You see, if you live in a Troy apartment like Harbor Point and you start noticing health and safety hazards around the complex, you might put in complaints with the city code department, and you'd think that would get things checked out and fixed, right? Well, here in Troy, the code enforcement office is so understaffed thanks to Mayor Madden, so your request might end up getting passed to this man who has less of a reputation for being an honest code enforcement officer and more of a reputation for his anger outbursts and alcoholism. A guy who may or may not have been forced to take multiple government-mandated anger management trainings and who may have picked up, let's call it a under-the-table payday from Lexington Property Group on the morning of June 14th. So why does Mayor Madden keep the code department understaffed? I don't know, maybe because of those under-the-table paydays that him and his deputy mayor Chris Nolan, our third key player, might be taking from landlords to look the other way with code enforcement. And maybe having oversight from an ethical code enforcement director ruins their grift. The Harbor Point Gardens Tenants Association had gone to code enforcement and had to fight for an inspection. And take a listen to some of the retaliation that their president faced because of that.
My tires were slashed. My windshields are broken, how they attacked me several times. This guy, Dexter, he's like a maintenance guy. I don't know what his title is. And he's holding a hammer. Then he starts approaching us with the hammer, raised in one hand. And the inspector even says, hey, what are you doing with the hammer? Back up, back up. And I say to the guy, hey, back up also. The same guy came after me with an electric drill.
I'm going to show you everything that the city of Troy did wrong that caused this displacement of tenants with proof. Stay tuned while I take you down the rabbit hole exposing this small town conspiracy that led to one of the largest violations of due process rights for tenants in New York State history.